everybody. Boomer Broads again. Janet Emery.
She's Janet.
Yeah, Janet Emery.
I'm not.
No. Oh, that was so good. Remember that shtick, Jane Curtin and Chevy Chase?
I do.
Do you? Okay. Today we're talking about something that has been plaguing
You, in particular.
me, even though it's really on your plate, which is that, am I the only one? No, I'm not. Who finds it difficult to break up with their hairdresser or anybody else that in the service industry? Oh, my gardener! I had to write a letter to my gardener. I couldn't possibly face him. I find it very difficult and traumatic to break up with people you have forged a relationship with.
They're working for you.
Yes, but it's more than that, and you know it's particularly a hairdresser.
I'm not happy. I say I'm not happy. You say you can't break up. Oh my God, you can't do it. Whatever. I'm like, why not? I'm not happy. And I'm paying, so I'm not. And it's not.
What if you bump into them again? Won't you feel uncomfortable?
Where exactly am I going to be bumping into them?
The supermarket.
And I'll say, hi, how are you? So good to see you.
And they'll go, hi, how are you?
That's right. And?
Thanks for nothing.
And how will that hurt me? Thanks for nothing.
I think I am not alone. I know I am not alone.
I think you're not alone.
That it is quite a to-do for a woman in particular. I don't think this is quite an issue for a man. I could be wrong. But for a woman to break up with her hairdresser that she's been with for, in my case,
any
25 years.
Oh, wait, 25 years.
20 years.
Hasn't even been
20 years.
Well,
yes, it has been. Yes, it has been.
Whatever. And by the way, your hair looks great.
And you I still go to her.
And you also go to someone else.
Well, I have
on the side.
I have a team, as you know. I have a hair team.
Just
2 salons,
Team Janet.
6 stylists. For this. It's madness, I tell you, it's madness.
Well, I have no trouble breaking up with people at all, of any kind, by the way.
You have had a little bit of an issue with this one, though. You must admit.
Only because she's a client.
Oh, that's an issue.
But I wasn't happy, and so therefore I, moved on. And I mean, I don't even think it's that big a deal. I don't think they particularly miss me. Maybe I was more trouble than it was worth anyway. I certainly think my gardener feels that way, for sure.
Well, now I'm in a situation with this same hairdresser that you're leaving.
Oh, we're sorry about the ringing of the phone. I guess we forgot to put it. Whoops.
You don't care. The same woman that you're leaving, she was ill these last 2 weeks.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. Right.
Yeah,
no, I am.
No, I'm kidding you.
I really am.
So I've had to go to one of her colleagues in the salon who does a better job.
Oh, dear.
So I said to this woman, how in heaven's name will I continue to go to you? Won't it hurt the feelings?
They don't.
And she, of course, so I'm now, I'm manipulative. This is what I'm doing. I found out the new woman works on Wednesdays when the old woman doesn't work. So I'm only going to get my hair done on Wednesdays.
Pathetic.
So I'll never see her again, the old woman.
And she's not old, by the way.
No, but
she's lovely. And you know what? They don't care.
I'm already, my heart hurts.
You think they are sitting around going, oh my God.
They are.
Janet is leaving me. They could care less.
They love me. Love me. And I represent a lot of ka-ching to her.
Well, the ka-ching part, but they'll make it up. They'll have other ka-chingers, for sure.
Well, I think
I have nothing bad to say. I just wasn't happy with the service, and so I moved on.
Were you the same with the relationships you've had in your life? When you broke up with someone, it was like, fine, goodbye.
Well, you should know.
Because I left you?
Yes.
Yeah, but that was different. That was an employee leaving a boss. I'm talking about your relationships. Men.
Oh, with men? Yeah. I don't think they particularly cared. I mean, I think they felt they...
But were you like, whatever, didn't break your heart?
Oh, there was a process of heartbreak, for sure.
Of course there is. That breakup is a breakup.
It's my hairdresser. It's my gardener. Please. I have more important things to worry about.
I don't have a lot of friends.
You have a problem.
I don't have a lot of friends. Really? But I did break up with you.
Yes, you did.
I was Anne-Marie's employee. I know it's shocking, but she was at one point my boss.
Don't believe it for a moment.
And I got an offer to go on the radio, so I left.
We've been over this before.
I left the agency.
Our true fans know this.
Did not speak to me for one entire year.
No, I didn't. Because you broke my heart, and I moved on. I boarded up your office, and I changed the locks.
And you never listened to me on the radio.
No, I did not. Because it hurt too much. It was very painful. It was bitchy. I do agree with you.
Yes,
I do.
Not only was it bitchy, but you urged me to take the job.
Because it was good for you. I thought that was being a good friend.
But at least you should have said, Janet, take the job, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to hurt my feelings and I won't speak to you again.
I didn't know. It wasn't hurt my feelings. It broke my heart.
All right. And that's how my hairdresser's going to feel.
You put me in the same category?
All right. Well, anyway, so that's the breakup issue. I guess we're on two different sides. We're on two different sides of the coin.
Yes, we are,
So,
for
but
sure.
I don't know if we're on the same side of the story on this particular aspect. Bringing up the boss-employee relationship, there's a new book out called Snakes in Suits that we talked about today on the Doug Steffen Show, the Good Day Show, that claims that 4% of all bosses are psychopaths. Now, I'll say you what, and I do not believe you are a psychopath.
I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a psychopath.
Do you want to know what a psychopath is?
Sure.
Okay. Incapable of empathy, guilt. So far that does describe you.
I am not incapable of empathy.
You did not.
I don't feel guilty, no.
Never.
No
Very
guilt. Rarely feel guilty.
And I, of course, am guilty. To walk through the door, I am guilty.
I know you are. You have enough guilt for both of us, actually.
I know, I feel it. Or loyalty to anyone but themselves.
I am extremely loyal. Loyal.
No, I'm saying, so you're not. But you had a couple of attributes. You're not that. No, you're not. But
and I'm not mean. And Doug, Steffen, and I agreed. We have personality disorders. We're very intense. We're very passionate. We say what we mean. We get a lot done. We don't pussyfoot around. But I'm not mean. And frankly, I'm a boss. That's what a boss does. I don't feel guilty about. I'm not nasty.
I'm a boss too, but you and I have very different styles.
Very. And Janet walks around behind me going, what she really meant to say was. It's true.
I know.
Really?
I know.
You interpret.
Well, that's why people like you and people like Doug, Steffen, need people like me.
I do. And why do you think we have been successfully working together for 27 years?
And people like me, to give you a compliment, need people like you to drive us. And because in a perfect world, I would be on vacation.
The whole time.
The whole time.
Well, and sometimes I wonder anyway.
I don't blame you.
But I did say to Janet recently, I think I'm a pretty good boss. She said, yes, but everybody's afraid of you. I'm like, no, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Well, I don't even think that's such a bad thing, actually.
Well, ruling by fear, you don't believe in.
I don't rule by fear.
And thank you very much for joining us. I'm too frightened to go on. No, you don't.
The sad part is you're not afraid enough of me.
Hell no!
You should be more afraid of me.
You don't scare me, but you do frighten. There are people that shake and shiver out there, and there are people you know full well. There was a woman who once left here and left her shoes.
Oh, no, you've told this story.
Barefoot, she ran out of this office. What does that say to you?
And you were happy to see her go, too,
yeah,
weren't
she was a loser, but still. The woman with hives, we have had a litany of people who have shook and shivered.
And it's Kelly Cutrone. If you have to cry, go out in the hallway. Please.
No,
this is a working environment.
You are a good boss. You have fantastic attributes. Obviously, I know you do because I've worked with you for 27 years. But there is the fear factor to you. No question about it. And it works for you.
I don't do it intentionally. I don't set out to have people be afraid of me.
You just are the way you are.
I'm intense. I am. And I'm direct, and I have a deep voice, and I say things quickly, and I'm usually in a hurry.
And you're a Sagittarian, and you don't think before you speak. Nope. You just speak.
I do.
Yeah. The one good thing about you, though, and I've said it before, and I mean this is a true compliment, there's no question where you stand on things. There's no, there are some bosses that smile in your face and stab you in the back, and it's all BS. With Anne-Marie, you know where you stand. With me...
And I'm also the one that has to let people go, and generally it's not because I don't like them. It's never personal. It's because they're in the wrong job, and they're not doing a good job. A few of what?
Personal ones.
Well, usually you upset people. I mean, you get more upset with individuals than I do.
I do.
And then you come to me and say you've got to lay them off.
You need to kick your butts out of this office. Works for me. All right.
But I'm not a snake in a suit, am I?
No, you are not a snake in a suit. As I say, you're up. You are. There's no BS. You are what you are. You know what you're getting with Anne-Marie. A snake in a suit is to me the worst of all because they smile on the outside, but inside they're plotting against you.
I'm not like that.
That's the worst
kind of employee. And I do think that a lot of our fans really will understand me. I've seen what you've been writing, and you're my kind of people. My kind of broads, for sure.
And on that note, I know you have to run because you have a very busy day today. You have to go down to do some licensing.
Right.
You have to license.
Well, we have another big food truck festival this weekend, so we're very excited about that.
Go get them, Tiger. Go get them. See you next week.